UMAR AHMED, IFL TV, MTK Global. Well, we was all having a chill night. Obviously, you was in your room getting psyched up for tomorrow.
Wearing in my new boots.
Yeah, you was all ready to go against Aqib Fiaz. Really disappointing news, Kane, that he has pulled out the fight due to illness. What have Matchroom, Frank Smith, Ross told you?
I've been told, Errol just come to my room, knocked me up 15 minutes ago, my manager Errol, and he says Fiaz has felt unwell and he's gone to hospital. But I ain't falling for that. I could say he's unwell or whatever. But there was a problem with the weight earlier. We bypassed that. He was the only one that got away with not having to strip the weight off. So he's got an advantage there. He knew about it weeks before me. But when I looked in his eyes, I had him beat tomorrow. I was going to beat him tomorrow, and he knows I was going to beat him tomorrow. And he wasn't going to fight. He didn't want to fight me, and he won't fight me in the future.
Okay, so you missed weight today.
Yeah.
So you believe perhaps that had a part to play in something else?
Well, yeah, because what I don't understand how everyone else had to. There's a couple of people that come in a pound or two over, and that Adam Harper, Johnny Phillips. Johnny Phillips only had a week's notice, but was made to skip the pound off. And there was no fuss made for Fiaz to take off what extra weight he had. Even though he knew, don't forget they picked me, so he knew about this weeks before I knew about it. And when I took the fight, I was heavy myself. But I've stayed even when I knew, I got told an hour before he was gonna be heavy. I still stayed at 9'6", under 9'6", just to be professional to myself. And I had a dig and I said about him, that's how to be professional. You can't talk about he's going to be a world champion at super feather if you can't make 9'6" the day before with 8 weeks notice. Yeah, there's definitely. I don't believe there's any illness. He's been yesterday. He said to me, "This is where my anger has come from in the whole thing." Yesterday, he said to me, "Mate, make sure you make the weight," and laughed at me.
Who, Jamie or Aqib?
No, Aqib Fiaz said that to me yesterday, to my face, laughed and said, "Make sure you make the weight." Now I thought nothing of it yesterday. I just thought, oh, look. But today, it's all adds up in the end, and there was a reason. There's reasons behind it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've come. People are saying to me over social media, and my friends are like, "Can you look $1 million?" I felt $1 million. I feel like this is the best, and I just felt like when I got here, they thought I was going to be heavy or big. I don't know. From when I got here, me and Errol between us, kind of had a feeling this fight wasn't going to happen.
There's a couple of things I'll say. Before the weigh-in, it was not kicking off, but you was giving him some shit.
Yeah,
you were, because I think you felt that something was wrong. You sensed something was wrong.
Yeah.
But I was at the same time, obviously, we're in a situation here where fighters are feeling lucky to get out. They've obviously done a full training camp, etc. And I don't know why they would have now pulled out just at the last minute if something genuine wasn't wrong. Is that a fair comment as well, Kane?
Yeah, that is definitely a fair comment, and I could understand that, and that anyone I could understand that. But the week that we've had, and we're closer. Don't forget, you see each other daily, and there was certain things, certain ways I was looked at, certain ways, things that were said, like I've said to you about him saying about mate. There was just things that they've been on edge. He's been on edge all week, and if he was ill, why didn't they say about the weight? Because I knew the day before he weren't going to make the weight. Why didn't they tell me then and say? Because if you'd come to me the day before and said, "Kane, can we do it at 9'8"?" I'd have said, "Yeah, no problem." I wouldn't have made a fuss. But the fact that he come up to me and said, "Make sure you make the weight," and laughed. So I stayed professional and I made the weight. But they've come in over. I didn't kick up a fuss. I didn't say what other fighters have said today, saying skip it off or the fight's off. I just wanted to get out. I wouldn't have cared if it was 11 stone. I really wouldn't have. This was my chance. I've trained hard.
Well, have Matchroom, Frank Smith said anything about making this right for yourself, Kane?
Frank Smith, just give me a great, because I was down. I lost my head and I was upset, and he's just promised me and said that you will be back out again, and it's very, very nice. And it's not their fault. It's no one's fault. Yeah, and if it is genuine, which I really, honestly, bottom of my heart, do not believe it's genuine. If it is genuine, then it's just what's meant to be. But Frank said they're definitely going to give me another chance. Whether Fiaz will take the fight again or it's someone else, they're going to give me another chance over the way.
Would you take the fight with Fiaz again?
Yeah, I'll fight anyone.
No, but just because this has happened.
Yeah. And it should be him that wants to fight me. He should say, when he's well, I wish him well. If he's genuinely ill, I wish him well. I don't wish him any harm. And I hope he gets well and he makes a video and he says, I'm very sorry for what's happened. Illness weren't my fault. I would like to rematch or sort the fight out with Kane Baker. Then I'll respect him more and then we can go from there. But my feeling towards it, just through being here this week and my vibe is, there is no illness. Yeah.
Well, listen, Kane, we're all tonight going to say the same thing to you. Enjoy your night, get to the show tomorrow. But we're not fighters. We don't know what you've just gone through in your camp and what you've gone through tonight. So it's not easy to tell you what to do. But I will say, just maybe try and relax tonight.
Yeah. You know, the hard part is, it's not. I can take it. I'm a tough. But you know, people that love me and have wished me well, and to tell them now, after the week that I've had, it's gonna be hard. Going to be wild hard.
All right, listen, Kane. Yeah, I appreciate what you've just said about your family, friends, and fans, etc. But there's nothing you can do. It's not your fault. No. It's not Matchroom's fault. And listen, he might be genuinely ill.
Yeah.
So maybe it's no one's fault. And let's see what happens. Whether he takes the fight with yourself next month or whenever Matchroom can get the pair of yourselves out. But try and relax tonight. That's all. That's all. I guess people will say.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. So.
No. No.
All right, Ken. I appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully you can get the fight on with him sooner. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.